on. Well, let's go. Let's go. Do it. Do it. Do it. Let's go. Panthers go. We got the teamwork to make the dream work. Let's go. Let's go, Panthers. We're gonna make it this time. We're gonna take it home. Let's go. Let's go, Panthers. Do it. Do it. Make it happen. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Panther Pod. Season 2 is on the air. We are back in the building, in person, and it's great to be here. I don't know about you guys, but I am very, very excited to be back in the building. I am Andy Gruthius, teacher and coach here at Charter, and I am with my esteemed colleagues. Please say hello to the great Regi Guzman. Regi, how you doing? Nice to see you. How are you, Regi?
Great.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
It's great to see you too, Mr.
Good to see you, even though I can't, you're under the mask there, which is good. We have Aidan Tajalli. Aidan is in the building. How are you, Aidan?
Good. How you doing, Gru?
I'm doing fine. It's good to see you. How was your summer?
It was good. Pretty uneventful. I mean, I just had a routine every day that I did, and I enjoyed it.
That's good. What did you do?
I went to the gym a lot, just hung out with my friends a lot, played basketball, stuff like that, Just pretty much same stuff every day, but it was enjoyable.
All right, good. What'd you do, Regi?
Well, I like to work, and that's what I did. I worked my ass off all day, every day.
Watch the language a little bit. Come on, Regi.
My apologies.
And Ryan Ugalde is to my left over here. Ryan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I've said it 3 times already. I'm doing fine. Nice to see.
It's just the only thing I could say back.
I understand.
If you guys didn't know, this is our second take of the intro.
Yeah. Hey, look, we're in a school. A lot of things going on at the same time, so we have to make room for everybody. That's what we're about. We're about inclusion. But yes, this is our second season of the Panther Pod, brought to you by Panther Promotions. Last year we were unable to broadcast due to circumstances I'm sure you're all aware of. But what is our purpose here? Our purpose here is to talk about all the incredible things happening at Coral Springs Charter, in and outside of the building, all the different clubs, the different classes. We want to hear what is going on with everything, and we want you guys outside who are part of our community here in Coral Springs, Parkland, Margate, Pompano, to hear about the amazing things that we've got going on here. So that's why I've got 3 terrific seniors who I know very well. I've had them all in class before as students, and they all passed beautifully their global perspectives work. I am proud of all of them. And here we go again. Another announcement.
Madison Leonard, please come to the front office. And Lily Ugalde,
Hey,
please come
you
to the front office.
Aren't they? Isn't that who is that related to you right there? I heard your name.
Ugalde.
That's my cousin.
That's
She in
your
trouble?
cousin.
Yep, she is in
What'd she
7th
do?
grade.
What'd she do?
I wish I knew.
Well, you're going to find out and report back to us. We got to know. But anyway, yeah, we're here with 3 great seniors here, all of whom are heavily involved in a lot of stuff that goes on here at Charter, whether it's athletics or SGA or being class officers. So, we'd like to talk about a lot of the things that are going on. So first of all, Regi, what is going on in what's SGA up to? What are the big things that are on the horizon there?
Well, the SGA is up to many different things, and we are very organized so far, and we're just trying to hopefully accomplish everything that we need to succeed in. So far, we're going for homecoming. We got Spear Week, and many more.
Yeah, what do you have your homecoming theme yet?
Yeah, so what we did was last week we had the student body vote on different themes, and we got the theme approved, and I believe the theme is Boogie Down or Boogie Land.
Boogie Down or
Boogie
what?
Wonderland.
Boogie
Boogie
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie Wonderland. What, Aiden? You seem certain of that. What is that exactly?
It's basically like a disco oldies theme, pretty much. I mean, I guess you could compare it to the 80s. Do you think?
Yeah, I think the 80s.
Yeah, probably around there.
I guess I'm gonna have to show up then.
Well, yeah,
That's
you got to
my-
be
that's
there.
That's my thing.
I
Yeah.
got it.
I actually really do enjoy the homecoming dance. We did not have one last year. So this one, I'm guessing you're really going all out
Oh, yeah.
to plan this one. Do we have a date for it yet?
October 2nd.
October 2nd. That's
Yeah, it's
coming
really,
up.
really soon.
That is coming up. Where is it? In case anybody out there wants to crash
the
the party.
Marriott, right?
Is it the Marriott?
Of course.
It's usually at the Heron Bay Marriott.
I was hearing that they might change the venue, but I guess they didn't.
Well, either way, I will be happy to be there. I really do. They really do an incredible job every year with that homecoming dance, and it's really a nice way to sort of start the year. It's like pretty much our first big thing, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Comes right after Spirit Week too.
Yeah, at the end of Spirit Week,
Mhm.
right? It's like the Friday of Spirit Week.
Well,
no,
today-
probably the Saturday
yeah,
because
this
Friday's
year's the
usually the
Saturday.
football game.
Well, this year I think the football game is on Thursday, and we were supposed to have homecoming on the Friday, but there was an issue because the SAT is on Saturday,
Oh,
so I had to change it.
you had to change it.
Not me specifically, but I definitely argued for it.
We got a power player here, everybody. I like it. Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. So, what's going on with what is any ideas for Spirit Week yet, or is it something you don't want to say? Or
Well, there is a lot. We had our student body, the senior class. We invited them over for a meeting of senior pranks, senior ideas, everything. But we're just not trying to. It's classified information right now. Yeah.
I understand that. We don't want the kids to know yet. We
Yeah.
want it to like be a surprise.
Surprise.
But I usually choose one of the days to like dress up and try to
Yeah.
go all out.
I remember. Jeez.
Hang on a second. Let's see.
Shandora, come to the front office.
It's funny how after the bell,
There's
the
more announcements.
There's more announcements, but they're announcing people we don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange. So what were you saying, Aiden? I'm sorry.
I remember last year when we were still in online school, I think you had I can't even describe the outfit. I vaguely remember it, but it was like some spiky yellow hair. You're wearing
Yeah.
sunglasses.
It was Hulk Hogan.
I definitely
No,
have a
it-
picture. Hold on.
It was
Let me pull it up.
it was my Cobra Kai.
Oh, it was his Cobra
who?
Kai.
Me.
No, but who? Which character?
Me. It was just me.
Oh,
as
it
a
was
Cobra
you
Kai
if
person.
you were
Yeah.
in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had the wig just because I have no hair left.
Well,
so.
they don't-
Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, that's me as in my Cobra
That's
Kai.
black hair. That's not yellow hair.
You know,
Okay,
I mean, this
I
is-
mistaken it.
This is radio, not TV, so you guys won't be able to see that at home. But yes, that was me in my Cobra Kai gear, head to toe.
Didn't you wear a Hulk Hogan outfit?
That
one
was,
of those
I
days?
think, that was the year before. I
Uh-huh.
think that was a couple years earlier. But yeah, I think Spirit Week people will definitely, because last year we had
Right.
two of them.
No, we
Right?
we had
Well-
one, and there was a second one planned, but never just got executed because
We did.
Right.
We had
We-
two
we
Spirit
had two
Weeks.
Spirit
Yeah,
We
I
did,
remember
yeah.
we had two.
Oh.
I mean, I think we did as good as we could have done.
Yeah.
But
There was obviously less involvement, but what can you do?
well, we did everything we could, and
Yep.
I think memory serves, it went really well.
I think so.
I mean, I feel like we were doing things. I don't know, Ryan. Maybe you could weigh in on this. We were doing things to try to keep things as normal as possible, and we were doing things that other schools weren't doing. Like our other schools seem to not to say we're great and
Yeah.
nobody else is, but I feel like we were doing things that were sort of transcending what was going on. We were being safe, but we were trying to do everything we could to serve our kids and our staff. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would say we're usually big on that. We're a very student heavy school where students seem to be the main priority in everything we do. So obviously on the online, they were trying to keep them as involved as possible. And yeah, we did have 2 spirit weeks. Remember, we had to like do the dodgeball tournament and all that.
Oh, yeah, we did.
now,
Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It
did.
was like an alien day was one day, and then
Yeah, I remember.
I think one of the spirit weeks was right at the beginning of the school year. Like
Yeah, it was
right
very
from the
close.
start. Yeah.
Yeah, it was around the time when homecoming would have been.
Yeah.
But and people who were here got into it, and people
Yeah.
at home got into it. Look, it was a very tough year for everybody, but I feel like I was very proud, definitely of my classes, of all of you. We did a great. I think we all did a great job together.
100%.
Which is what got us through. And we're all still here. So obviously, it's great to have everybody back in the building. What do you guys? How are you guys feeling about being back here with everybody? Like more than just like, oh, it's great. Like what's Regi? What's the biggest difference for you?
Well, the biggest difference was last year. Like again, I'm saying I was by myself and all that, but this year is the perfect timing because it's senior year. All my friends are back. I could create those memorable moments that I will in high school. And yeah, there's just more opportunity to create those memorable moments, which I didn't have last year.
Right. Aidan, what about you?
I'm going to tell you something right now. One thing I can't believe, and this might be a little off topic, but there are some people who are saying that they hope that online becomes available again because they're just going to spend the rest of their year on online. I think that's insane.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
I've heard that from a couple of people, not that many, but I mean, there's lazy people.
I mean, do you think it's basically people who kind of skated through last year, like
yeah,
I don't,
Yeah.
because I don't. I mean, even look, I'm as lazy as the next person. Like I'm looking forward to this 4-day weekend that's coming up as much as anybody. But I still see the value of being around people, of being here. Like
what have your classes said?
My classes, honestly, my classes have been incredibly enthusiastic.
Really?
Like they seem to be genuinely happy to be here, not just to be back in school, but happy to be here. They're talking about things that are going on. They're talking even my my lower level class. They are talking about how and my attendance has been spectacular.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's great at any time, but especially now when we expected people to, sort of be coming and going, and there's probably still controversy with like the masks and everything. Everyone here is wearing them. Everyone here seems to be more than willing to wear them, and it's been a very positive first few weeks here, which I was nervous about because
Me too.
I didn't know how people would feel because coming off what you said, there probably are a lot of people who enjoyed being home and learning from home, those who could handle it. But guess what? There are many who need to be here,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm looking at 3 people who obviously needed to be here last year.
I definitely need to be here. My grades were suffering.
Oof, don't even start with Guthi's class last year.
Hey, take it easy. Relax.
Jesus class.
Well, Ryan did okay.
I did what I needed.
He did.
Yeah.
Ryan, you were actually, it's funny because you were each in 3 different classes of mine.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And each of your classes had about the same amount of in-person students. I had one class that was almost full.
Really?
But none of you were in that one. I remember, Aidan, you were in, I think, period 6.
Mm-hmm.
Reg was in period 1.
Yeah.
And you were in 7. Like
Yeah,
end of the day.
at the end of the day.
End of the day. And so those. But the funny thing is, like, I remember is in all 3 of those classes, we had we had fun. Like we had fun, like with what we were doing in there. It wasn't like we were, we had the Zooms going, but it wasn't. I really felt like we all made the best of the situation we were in.
I think we had some good conversations.
Oh, definitely, and it was just it was fun being there.
Even through the low times I had with you, like that was the only class that I enjoyed coming to because it was just the energy that class carried.
All right, I can't control your grades anymore.
Oh no,
Reggie, so
but
you don't have to-
I know that. Like, I know it. Like, it's my responsibility. But
No,
like,
I'm kidding. I'm
yeah.
kidding with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really did have a great time, and compared to like, how would you compare it to the beginning of the year when we were all forced to be? Actually, no, not even the beginning of the year because teachers were in the building while you guys were stuck at home. Let's go back to when we all had to be home, when we could not come into the building. What was that like for you guys?
Oh, you're talking about April,
Yeah,
May?
yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Really, it was amazing.
You liked it.
You're talking about when we were sophomores, right?
Yeah.
When you were sophomores, and after I think it was in March. Was it March?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it must have been. In March was when COVID was really taking shape, and they sent us home, and that's where we were basically until
Those months were amazing.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
It was the most horrible like experience I ever
Those
had.
were that period of online school was 10 times
Heck
better
no.
than
Why
fall.
do you think that was?
Aidan.
Well, because it was so much more lax. I mean, obviously, I'm taking like the lazy opinion here, but we logged in for like 15 minutes. They just told us what we had to do, and then we got off and we just did our own thing. It was
Right.
basically like summer.
And it
So-
didn't hurt that they canceled all the exams that year.
Exactly. Even
Okay,
better.
Yeah.
That was the best part. The exam, being excused from the exams, but I
Yep.
just
But you didn't find, none of you found that, like, not being in the building and not being able to, sort of communicate on that daily basis with, like, be around, people, even people you might not necessarily get along with or see a lot of. You didn't find that you were missing that? I mean, all right, maybe not in the beginning because it was new, but as time went on, maybe?
As time went on, yeah.
Yeah.
Like during the fall season, that's when it started to,
Right.
especially because you literally had to sit in front of a screen for 7 hours.
Yeah.
Like April, May, that time was not like that at all. But it was, in April, May, it was new. And it was like, oh, well, because it was already the end of the year. Everyone was so done with it. School.
So you were rooting for COVID is what you're saying.
You're painting me out to be the bad guy here. But look, it was
I couldn't do that if I tried.
it was just easy, It was easier than fall season in
Yeah,
August,
obviously.
September. So
Look, we were all flying blind, so I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was. What about you, Ryan? What were your thoughts
Because
about
the whole
that?
brand of it when it started was, everyone's having a 2-week spring break vacation now, so everyone go home.
Yeah, that turned into a
I know. And then
a
it
9-week spring.
And then
break,
it turned into
spring break
summertime,
vacation,
so everyone just really didn't think anything of it, and it was super lenient. So you just did what you had to.
Yeah.
Teachers didn't really give tests or quizzes anymore. They were just like, do this assignment.
It was
do
like busy
this, do
work.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Which
I'd
all
say-
took like 15 minutes.
I just felt bad for the teachers. Like it was new for them as well, and then like it was just hard communicating with students and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think we all learned a lot from it. We learned a lot about ourselves as teachers. I feel like you guys learned a lot about yourselves as teenagers and as students because you're really over the last 2.5 years. That's a pretty big growth period. You basically went from sophomore to senior here. So I think the vibe that I'm getting around the school is that while most people took Aidan's approach back in the beginning, myself included. I'm serious. I will, like if you're going to tell me that I can roll out of bed and be at work, who's not going to appreciate that?
Yeah.
At least in the short term. But I think what I'm seeing is that everybody is, or at least most people, have learned to appreciate being here.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Indeed.
being here around, even as things are really, even as bad things are happening outside of here, and I don't mean in town, I mean in the country and in the world, we get to experience these things and go through these things together instead of, sitting at home, watching it on TV or just plain ignoring it. So I think people have a deeper appreciation of school as an entity rather than just a place where kids have to go and learn how to do math, science, social studies, and then go on to college and all that. I think people look at it from a different angle. Do you agree with that?
100%.
Me too. I agree with that.
And I think that's what things like what organizations like SGA are great for. No, I'm serious. Aiden's laughing at me because I have a checkered history with SGA.
Who doesn't have the
Ooh, I
greatest
don't know
history
that.
with that shit?
No,
you know
but
about that? I didn't think everyone knew about that. We could get into it.
The 7 people who listen to this will know about that. Well, no, I mean, look, as a teacher, we all have a certain job to do, and sometimes things there are multiple things happening at the school, and sometimes people seem like they're stepping on each other's toes. So that would happen. I am someone who kind of takes that personally. That's my fault. That's my problem. But I feel like I've grown, and I always saw the value because I was part of a lot of those things. Like I went on the FASC trips. I did all that.
You were maybe going to take over.
There was discussion, but honestly,
Really?
I didn't. He's not wrong.
See, you don't know about all this.
Well, that's
yeah,
why
that's
that's
the
why
whole
I'm
history.
surprised.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Imagine Mr. Guti.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it partly because it never got beyond like the talking stage because there was no way I could have lived up to even close to what Miss Parks was able to do,
Right.
and I did not want to follow, walk in those shoes. Plus, with athletics and with and with other things, I didn't see myself having the time to do it and the energy and the what it takes to be able to do that. I mean, it takes a very special person to be able to do that, and Miss Ole is definitely rocks it. I mean, I think she's doing a spectacular job, and the proof is in what we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has gone beautifully.
Yeah.
And so I'm very happy with the way things are. So yeah. So what's going on with what's up with the senior class? What are we planning? Ryan, you're a class officer, right?
Yeah.
What are you?
I am class treasurer.
Class treasurer, so you got the money. Yeah. How's our budget looking?
Pretty good.
Yeah, we got a good prom coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the venue at? Did we decide?
That's in
Yeah.
the
we
Grand
did decide. Signature Grand.
Signature Grand.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I've never been there, but it sounds smoking.
It's nice.
Wait, have I been there?
Miss
Have we
McCullough,
done things there?
I don't know. Miss McCullough says she had it for her prom. So it's like one of those classical.
You mean her as a student?
as
prom?
a student prom? So it's one of those.
Where is it?
It's in Davie actually.
Davie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird when you're getting there because it's like you're on the highway and then you get on kind of that mini road
Yeah.
off the highway and then it's like right there.
Wait, I know where it is, and I have been there because we've done sports awards there.
Oh yeah.
I've been to the sports.
all Broward County, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. It's a beautiful hotel.
Yeah.
Beautiful and very easy to get to. You're all right. It's right there. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
I always like going to the prom, though. I went
You're
last
gonna
year.
dance?
Last year,
Maybe.
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 But last year's was terrific. Last year's was some of you were there. I don't think I saw any of you guys.
No,
there,
no.
but,
Mm-mm.
but some juniors were there to sort of help facilitate the thing. But they did an incredible job. I want to move on to your classes. I'd love to hear about how your classes have been so far because it is
hallway.
What's that?
I hate our hallway.
Oh, yeah.
What do you
Let's
mean-
talk about this.
What do you mean our hallway?
Because we go from the sophomore hallway, biggest hallway in the school, a whole bunch of room, everything.
You got
to
traffic 4 ways.
getting
What's up with
pushed
that?
by every
I
part
don't
of your
know
body.
what you're talking about.
We're
The
talking about
senior, the senior
lockers,
hallway by
lockers.
where all the lab rooms are and everything.
all right,
where
the
you go,
science
where those
hallway.
officers are.
Where
Yeah,
your
the
cousin
science
is.
hallway.
Yes.
Why do the seniors and juniors have the smallest hallway?
And it's
Has that always been that way?
It's
I
always,
think
it's always
yeah,
been
but
like
I
that.
think it's crazy.
Well, the seniors. The only thing I could say is I believe the seniors have the smallest class.
Yeah, we
I
do.
mean,
we have 200.
Actually, we have this. They say is the smallest class now.
Not physically, but in numbers.
Yeah, in numbers. We used to have the highest number in Charter. It was like 250, 257, and now we have the lowest, supposedly 200 flat.
Seems like you were right. But you remember what you said last year? How you think a lot of kids are going to end up choosing homeschool and all this stuff? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think I remember us talking about it. I don't remember if I hazarded a guess, but I think maybe I would have said that only because maybe people discovered that they could do well, not necessarily learn, but do well sitting at home.
Yep.
And I think that's true. People can do well. That doesn't mean they're learning anything. That's the difference. Like, I honestly, you tell me, okay? If you did well at home, which you said Aidan said you didn't feel you did well.
No.
What about you? How did you do when you were at home? Like, grade wise, forget what you learned.
Grade
How
wise,
did you
I
do?
was fine.
Grade wise, you were fine. Do you feel you learned anything? Were you learning when you were at home, or were you just doing the work, getting the grades, then playing ball?
Doing work, getting grades, learning whatever I needed to do so I could pass the one test I had that week, and then I was
So there was no real growth.
no.
Right. So I think what I meant by that, Aidan, last year was that I feel that some people might be looking at things from a superficial perspective, saying that, we want to get the grades to move on with our lives instead of actually learning and growing, and which is not in the handbook. It's not in the school handbook. The school handbook is all about not this particular school, but school in general. It's about doing well, what program of study, graduate, do this, do that. But the intangibles are the spiritual growth, to be poetic for a second, or the social growth. You don't get that if you're sitting at home. But I think that's something that gets sort of swept under the rug by people who are just enjoying what I described, literally rolling out of bed and, hey, I'm at school. And, I think we tried very hard to, by requiring you guys to be in uniforms and all that, and I think we did as good as we possibly could have done. But that's not going to nothing. And I said last year, definitely said that last year. Nothing replaces being in the classroom.
Yeah.
Zilch. You can't learn what you need to learn anywhere but really in the classroom. So that's how I felt as a teacher. And honestly, I didn't think that I would discover that. Because I think I felt the same way that you did. But,
Yeah.
I think, to me, looking back, sitting here, right now, I think we're all better people for what happened. I definitely learned a lot.
I did.
And realized how much more there is to learn.
And I definitely, last year, even after I came back, just because it was a different condition, my work ethic was not very good, even for the rest of the year coming back. Not as good as it usually is. So I think it helped me learn and understand that this year, definitely have to increase my work ethic. And I think it's back to normal now, and it helps because I think senior year is honestly so far easier than junior year.
Are you enjoying it? Are you guys
Yeah.
enjoying your senior year
I'm
so far?
enjoying it so
yeah.
far, man.
We're about 3 weeks in, and you're. I see you guys. I see most of you. I see Aidan and Ryan often. I haven't seen Regi as much, but I see you guys walking through the halls, and you seem to be really enjoying yourselves. You're getting out there. You're talking to people. You're involved in things. If I walked into this school, masks aside, I'm seeing Coral Springs Charter at its absolute best.
Yeah.
And that, I think, comes from guys like you, from the senior class, and everything kind of trickles down and sort of sets the tone. So there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders.
Kind of, yeah. Got a lot of things to put together.
What exciting things? What cool things have you been doing in any specific classes that stands out?
I just think I wouldn't call like anything. I mean, in SGA obviously the stuff we're planning is cool, but in my classes, like and a lot of them, like I enjoy what I'm learning. You know, like psychology, business. I'd never taken a business class before, and I'd always been saying that I want to study business when I'm in college.
Business is Mr. Singer?
Miss who?
Miss Who?
Yeah.
You got to love that class.
She is like the smartest person I have ever met. She's so smart.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Ruth, relax.
Huh? Oh yeah, next to Gru, of course.
Get out of here. She's 10 times.
Next
a
to
million
Gru,
times
of course.
smarter than me.
No one's smarter than
Hey,
Gru.
what did I always say to my classes, to all your classes on the first day?
You're not the smartest guy. Right?
No.
Right.
Thanks.
Something like that. Something like that.
No, I always say you guys are all smarter than I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
see,
It's not about
Sort
it's
of.
no, it's not. It's about ability to process information. It's not about who knows more.
Yeah.
Okay, I might know more because I've been alive a lot longer, but that does not make me smarter. So I say that to all my classes because I truly believe it. I truly believe that kids today are a lot smarter than people from my generation because of your access to information, your abilities to do like you guys are able to do things like even technology-wise that it would take me a year to figure out how to turn on a computer, and you can just do it by looking at it. Like you guys are able to do things and understand things in a way that I feel like people from my generation never were able to do. And that says a lot. That says a lot about you personally, but also it says a lot about your attitudes. And your attitudes are very positive, which is which is really the whole thing. So yeah, so Miss Who, yeah, I could picture you in that class. You got to be loving that.
She's
class.
a great teacher.
Yeah,
100%.
she's incredible. What about you, Reg? What classes have you
my classes
stand out to you?
is a very simple year actually because I would have got my ACE diploma and stuff like that, but like I just joined in too late. I mean, there is still a possibility I could do it, but it would just be more of a pressure for me to obtain that. And I already have what I want, like, to succeed in life. So I know what I'm going to do in life and stuff like that. So, yeah, this year I put simple classes. I have, obviously, Bacala for ACE, A-level English. And then I have my little honor classes. But a class that stands out for me is honors with singer.
Yeah. What's that's law?
No, it's not law. It's the required class. I forgot what is it.
Yeah,
Like-
it's so great you forgot what it was.
Which one
what's
are you
it called?
talking
It's
about?
the required class for high school.
I don't have singers, so I
No,
don't
but
know.
yeah, what's Cox's name?
Economics.
History. Economics.
Economics.
Yeah, he's incredible too.
Yeah.
I Mr. Singer and Miss Who, like our two teachers, and Mr. Cox.
Mr.
too.
Cox,
There are
too.
many
Sure,
teachers
for
here
sure.
who I look at, and I had some good teachers in high school, but I look at a lot of the teachers here, and I really wish that I had them in when I was in high school.
Mhm.
That's
Mr. Cox
how I
too. He's
feel.
another teacher I have. I think he's great.
Yeah, I mean to hear the history of the United States as like make it sound like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's what Mr. Cox does, and,
Yeah.
and I teach that same class, but I can't do it like he does it. He's just like
Me and Chris actually lost to him today in a push-up competition.
Oh, really?
you lost. Of course you did.
You know how many push-ups he can
he's a
do?
beast.
How much?
He couple hundred, not a couple. He could probably do 100
He is a
in a
beast.
row.
You know, after every day after school,
He goes to the gym,
He goes
right?
to that gym. He's
LA Fitness?
No, here in the.
Oh
the
yeah, the
building.
weight room. The weight room.
Yes, you'll see him in there.
He got
Yeah.
his little
You'll see him
computer.
in there with the football team. He'll be. He's.
I remember,
He's
like-
a tough dude. He was the
Yeah.
wrestling coach.
Yeah. Yeah, he
was
talks
a
about that
wrestling coach.
sometimes.
So but his, the way he teaches, the way he, just loves his.
He does. He
you know,
really
it's-
loves what
it-
he teaches.
Yeah, and to me that's the most important thing, know. And so that's great. It's great to hear that you love. But back to Mr. Singer.
Shout out to Singer, man. Like
Yeah.
that man is a very interesting person.
Oh,
man.
God.
I never met an interesting. He has that wall of fame or like pictures of photos, and each photos have a specific photo. He told us like 3 so far, and like those are like stories I never heard before.
His stories are incredible.
They are.
I mean, there's a man who's been there and done that.
Really?
You ever heard him play the guitar?
No.
I didn't even
Great
know he played
guitar
the guitar.
player.
Wow.
All I've heard is that he was on Wall Street. That's what I heard about
Yeah,
him.
and he's from
Yeah,
New York.
I think he
everywhere.
was also in the Garment District, if I'm not mistaken, which is a big deal. But he's a musician too. He plays the guitar.
Oh, and he
he's,
has a session with Serial as well. I
Yes,
didn't
he
know
loves cereal. Definitely loves cereal. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are in those classes. What about you, Ryan? What's been standing out so far for you?
that. And that's been it. Forgot his classes. Like,
Yeah, I was thinking of my teachers remembering.
Besides the bowling team.
Oh yeah, we got to
I love
talk
the
about
bowling
that.
team.
We will.
Someone's a little jealous over here, but we'll get into
We
that.
tried. Hey,
Yes.
I wanted him to play. You know,
all science class teachers. Oh, how's the bowling team? All jealous. I would agree with Aidan. I'd say Cox probably stands out the most this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just very engaging in the stuff he
Yeah,
talks about.
a great teacher can make the most dull and boring things engaging. And although U.S. history is anything but dull and boring, but
yeah.
does he still jump up on the desk and
He has not done that yet.
Oh, he's not. Don, I don't want to let the cat out the bag.
But I
But,
do hope to beat him in a push-up contest.
Yes, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think I got that.
I'm not.
No, there's no way.
I don't know, Ryan.
He does so many
pretty
push-ups
good.
at such a fast rate. It's kind of ridiculous.
Was he sweating?
No.
He doesn't even breathe heavy. He's just like yep. Who do you got next?
Yeah.
Come on.
No,
Back
he was
to-
ready to go like a couple more rounds.
Oh yeah, he.
Me
would
and
go.
Chris didn't even do 50. He did 50. Me and Chris split
I heard-
25 and 25. And the problem is because I'm not trying to
was
boast.
you,
I
isn't
can do 50 push-ups, right?
Oh.
I can do them.
I believe that.
The problem is the amount of time I can do
Yeah,
them.
he can do them in 20 seconds. You would
yeah,
take about an
you
hour.
got like Chris and Mr. Cox. They have shorter arms than I do, right?
Oh, now it's about
so
that.
it's like going down, going back up. There's a lot more space I have to cover than them. So that's my excuse.
Now, all right, there we go.
yep.
So speaking of long arms, we could have used that at bowling.
Look, bowling
Or swimming?
I would have done it, but I don't know. There's it interferes. I'm gonna do basketball this year. I'm gonna do volleyball. I mean, I would have probably done bowling if it didn't interfere with those. But Ryan's not doing basketball because he's doing bowling.
How about
and
swimming?
Vice versa for me. Swimming is
Well,
done and dusted.
I believe that my track record has made it possible for people. I've tried my best. I understand how activity heavy our school is. I remember when I was coaching lacrosse, we were that was actually the genesis of the issues with SGA because all those kids were in SGA. So sometimes we wouldn't have enough for a decent scrimmage. Like there was always stuff going on, but nobody missed anything. Everybody got to do, even though it might have been tough sometimes, I made sure that everybody got to do everything that they wanted to do. And because I do appreciate that, people like to be involved. And we're, like I said, we're very activity friendly. So, if it's about that, if it's about, I won't have time for this if I do that, we can work things out. And I mean, I'm not trying to get you to come out for bowling. I'm just saying.
How are you guys, by the way? I heard you guys are actually winning a lot of games.
Well, yeah, we have a Tri-County championship to defend.
Really?
So yeah, we won last year.
I thought. Well, didn't the winners graduate? Or do you still
we
have
graduated a couple people, but we still have three boys from that team and one girl from that team who are still here and still doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
We won both our matches yesterday, both boys and girls.
Yeah, Alexa was bragging to me about it. She thinks she's a better bowler than me.
Well, then there's only one way to find that out.
I disagree, but maybe I'll come scrimmage with you guys
That's
next time.
a-
I'll get my own lane.
Hey, you're always welcome. We love having people come out and support us and see
Wait,
us.
so what
but,
did you guys win?
What do you mean? You're on the team. What do you mean, you guys?
He doesn't even know his
but it's
own
like-
team's history.
Oh
Because
no!
all
Last
we
year
talk
we
about
won
is
the
districts and
Tri-County.
states.
Yeah, last year we did not. Broward County was not going to the state championship last year because of COVID.
So they had their
Okay,
own.
so we sort of made up our own. Not me, but the BCAA made up their own tournament. Tri-County, Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. All the bowling teams from all of these schools in these counties So maybe, I don't know, maybe 50 different schools, and we won. We
But
were the
they-
champs.
But not this year. They cut that.
Well, no, we don't need it again. We're gonna. I mean, knock wood. We're gonna go back to states.
yeah.
You know, hopefully COVID does not. Hopefully, we do not let COVID determine our school year this year. So, we want to go back to states.
How does states
the
work?
goal.
Do we take that tiny little van that we love to take to practice?
No, not that. No, we get a bigger. We'd get a bus because everybody would be sort of going together. So.
But it
Don't
would be
worry.
like a hotel thing or like a...
Yeah, we stay. We stay up in a hotel for a couple days in Orlando, and it's actually quite an experience. It's a very, very cool experience. And we've won before. Not since I've been coaching, but we have won the state championship before. The girls have. The boys have yet to win, but
Guys got it.
hey, we I feel like we're getting better every practice
We
this
are.
year, so we're having fun. So there's still time, boys. There's still time for anybody else out there who wants to.
I don't see why
wants to
Reggie
join
wouldn't
us.
join.
I don't see
Yeah.
why Reggie
I
wouldn't
got
join
a
either.
job. I got school.
That's
Well,
true.
part time though.
That's
true.
Part time job.
SGA.
How do you?
CTV
I want to
too.
ask you about that, Reggie. How do you? You mentioned you have 2 jobs now.
No. I used to. I used to have
Used
2,
to.
3, and something around there. But now I only have 1 because I really just want to enjoy this last year and focus on my grades. Because last year I just did not focus that.
Because a lot of my concern, like as a teacher,
Yeah.
I see somebody like you who's into almost everything that happens here,
Yeah.
which is great. How do you balance all that? How do you balance like the schoolwork with all the activities that you have and the job that you have? I mean, that's a lot to carry, isn't it?
Well, honestly, last year I learned a lot. Last year was not the best years of school for me, but I learned that I cannot let anything be over another. Like I can't make everything a priority. Or I mean, I don't know how to describe it. I can't like make my job more of a priority than school, or like I have to balance it out, and that's what this year I'm trying to maintain to do. Last year, to be honest, I kept work over school, which was the worst case possible. So I learned so much from last year, and then this year I want to prevent that and make it a greater year than last year.
Well, that's. You definitely got the attitude going, the positive attitude, and that's. I've always wondered, like, because me, look, I'm older than you, so like to me, like, when the bell rings here and it's time to go home, like I'm done for the day. I don't know how the hell you guys would be able to go and do a job effectively.
I want to set another goal because for my future career I want to be a law enforcement, and right now I don't have the physical shape right now. I've always tried to go to the gym or fix my diet, but it's just never been there. It's like,
Well, then get in Mr. In
it's
Mr.
like-
Cox's class, challenge him to
I'm-
push-up
no,
competitions
heck no.
every day, Aiden.
So,
we can
so,
do that.
so yeah, like I understand
There's no
like
being
what
that
you're
guy.
saying, like about how you don't understand like how I do everything. But yeah, like I try to do more, but I've learned from previous year you can't be doing a lot of stuff or more than what you have if you can accomplish one.
Well, I think that that's definitely you're balancing things.
Yeah.
And that's very important to be able to balance everything, especially when you when Aiden you're gonna play varsity basketball this
Yeah.
year. That's a huge commitment right there.
It is.
But you're gonna be able to I feel like you're gonna be able to balance the work that you do in class with the work that you do for your class with basketball. You're definitely
It'll probably make me more productive, actually.
I think
set
the
a schedule
challenge
for me.
I think you're the kind of kid who enjoys challenges like that.
Yeah.
Like saying, all right, what else you want to throw at me? I'm going to stand up and I'm going to take it and I'm
Yeah.
going to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be great. And Ryan is he's there every day for bowling. He's busting his tail.
Do you guys
He's
have to pay every time for a lane? How does that work?
The
I feel like
way
that'd
it
be
works
pretty
is
expensive.
I wouldn't call it expensive, not compared to other sports.
Oh.
Basically, you pay a player fee just like any other sport.
Uh-huh.
and then every matches are paid for. Jerseys, we got other shirts coming, other things, and then practices. However many games you bowl personally, you pay $1. So if you bowl 3 games, you pay $3.
Oh, that's not so bad.
That's how it works on a regular basis. But look, we have a good time, and that's, to me, that's, as a coach, I've learned since I've been coaching here how important that having a good time doing it is just as important, if not more important, than actually winning, getting better and learning. And Ryan is out there every day, and he's getting better. And his velocity is getting up there. He really is. He's,
he
taught me something that I didn't know about bowling. I always bowled my first 3 fingers, but he said to do like a Spider-Man sort of thing.
Well,
I don't know if that helps or not. Have you ever bowled with them? Like actually?
No. I don't even think I've taken one.
Do you bowl though?
One roll. I do.
Oh.
I don't habitually, but I can, and I have. I did this summer where I was over the summer. But, yeah. But here when they're doing it, it's their time. It's not mine.
Yeah.
So and then if I go out and bowl, then I have to pay $1, and who wants to do that?
All I gotta say is, if I was to join the bowling team, I got a secret weapon.
What?
Well, don't tease me like that.
Like what's it called? I'm very good friends with, back when I used to work at Monster Mini Golf. There was this manager, and I'm very cool with her. Her name is Shamora Mari. Her nickname is Mari. She used to be playing for Coral Springs High, and she's like one of those top people, supposedly.
I think I know who you're talking about.
She goes to FAMU now.
I think I know who you're talking. I think I remember her.
Her name was Shamara Johnson.
She went to Coral Springs?
Coral Springs High.
I know exactly who you're talking about. She is a good bowler.
Yeah.
She gave us a run for our money last year. Because last year we had to combine the teams because a lot of schools didn't have enough boys and girls because of COVID. She was good. She was their leadoff. She was their first bowler. So I know exactly what you're talking about. She was terrific. So anything else you guys have to?
I actually have a great idea for the next episode.
Oh.
We should bring in a teacher like Mr. Cox or something.
We're going to.
We should have a political debate.
We're going to.
I'd be very excited to facilitate you and Mr. Cox. I would love that. That would be amazing.
What if we had like Mr. Carpio call in?
Sure.
That's fire. Or Mr. Fisher.
This would be great.
Yeah, we could. Look, this is our premiere episode for this year. We're looking at we're rebooting everything. So we're open to whatever ideas that you guys out there who are listening. Hopefully there are plenty of you. Whatever you'd like to do, if any of you would like to come on the Panther Pod for any reason whatsoever to talk about anything, what's going on in your classes, what's going on in your sports that you're doing, your clubs that you're doing, teachers, we want you to come out to come see us. Definitely, Mr. Cox. We'll do a push-up thing right here.
Actually, I think I left my ID in his classroom.
Yeah,
I need to go get
it. I think he's building a thing in his classroom right now.
Let's go visit him after this and ask him.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah.
But we could do the push-up thing right here. Live.
I don't know if I could do that again.
Any teacher, we want to include everybody. We were hoping. We had Barbara Caclius, the senior class president, booked for today, but she was double booked. She had another meeting she had to go to, so otherwise she would have been here today. But we're looking forward to hopefully talking with her next week about what it's like being the senior class president and what's going on with that. We'll definitely have you guys back, our regular panel, because this is, we're going to try to put one of these out every week. It's certainly been enjoyable talking with you guys. It's great to see you all. Any parting thoughts for everybody out there?
How do you brand this?
What's that?
Do you brand the podcast at all?
What do you mean brand it?
Like, announce it to the school. Hey guys, we got a school podcast. Listen to it.
Well, that's we're going to use CTV. Hopefully they'll give us some
if you want.
Yeah.
Actually, we're in the same class this year, so
we'll do that. I mean, I put it out on the Panther Promotions Twitter handle, and look, it's for people to discover and share on their own. And if people like it and want to hear it, we'll do more. And if people have suggestions about what to do, that's what we want. But I'm basically kicking this thing off, but I want my goal is for you guys to be the catalysts here.
All right.
For you guys to, because this is your thing, it's not mine. But I figured, it was best for me to just kind of kick it off to get it started again, and see where it leads us. So we've had some technical glitches, but those can be ironed out. But look, we're at the beginning of what I think will be an incredible year here at Charter.
Definitely.
And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be back. Thrilled to be with you guys. Thrilled to be, proud of all of you for doing so well in global.
Of course, pass with flying colors.
Yes. So, all right. So next week we will be talking with the great Barbara Caclius, president of senior class. We're also looking for other class officers to come on and share the exciting things going on with their class. So, on behalf of Regi Guzman, Aidan Tajalli, and Ryan Ugalde, and all of Coral Springs Charter School, thank you for listening to the Panther Pod, the season premiere, and we'll be seeing you next week, same time, same channel. Have a great long vacation, guys. Enjoy your weekends. Be safe. Be healthy. Have fun. I'm talking to you guys too.
Yeah.
I want you guys to have some fun this weekend. Enjoy your time off, and looking forward to seeing everybody on Wednesday.
Will do.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Take care, everybody.
We're gonna make it this time. We're gonna take it home. Let's go. Let's go, Panthers. Do it. Make it happen. Let's go, Panthers, go. Where there's a Panther man, you'll find a Panther fan. Let's go. Let's go, Panthers. This is a Panther year for all your Panthers here. Let's